Alright, today I'm going to use this stamp brush that I created to make a pattern on my paper. Now, because of the way I'm going to do this with moving and resizing, we're going to get artifacts in our image. You will notice when I zoom in, they're all a little pixelated, but that's normal. My canvas, by the way, is 1024 by 1536. I've got a 600 DPI just because, well, that's what it ended up being for some reason. The 1024 by 1536 is perfect for a YouTube short, and I want to make this into a YouTube short. So we'll be able to deal with that. Let's go ahead and choose our selection menu here. I've got it on the freehand selection. I'm going to tap on copy and paste. And we'll move this one over here and resize it like this. And then might as well duplicate that. I'm going to move it over here, resize it. See how fuzzy it's getting the more you manipulate? Merge that down and merge that down. Copy and paste this. And this is a common problem with raster programs. A raster program uses pixels to draw with, whereas a vector program uses vectors to draw with. So we zoom in on this, and you notice that this one right here is not too pixelated. That's because we were resizing downward. Resizing downward is much easier than resizing upward for a raster program. Of course, the more often you move and resize, the more often you're going to get the pixelizations and the fuzziness and all of that. There we go. And yeah, that's nice and all. Let's add some flowers just for the fun of it. Let's go all the way down to inking. No. Let's try calligraphy, and we'll use the monoline brush. Just putting some nice random petals on here. Alright. I'm going to duplicate that. And let's move it over here. Make it a little bit smaller. And we'll duplicate it. Move it over here. Make it a little bit bigger. Kind of rotate it a bit. There we go. Maybe a little smaller than that. And we'll duplicate that. Move it over here and make it a little bit bigger. So whether you're using a stamp brush or you're drawing with one of the standard brushes, you can see that you get fuzzy lines. I'm going to merge all of these together. I'm going to click on the plus sign. I'm going to put this layer 2 down here, I'm going to increase the size of my monoline. I'm going to choose a color just so you can see that you have a nice standard full transparency layer that has fuzzy artifacts on it. So let's go ahead and fix that now. I'm going to change my color to white. I'm going to add a layer. I'm going to merge it down. I'm going to fill it. Then I'm going to merge layer 1 into layer 3. And you now have a filled layer. This technique I'm about to use works with black and white. It does not work with color, unfortunately, and it does not work with transparency. We're going to choose the magic wand, which is the adjustments menu, and we're going to apply a very slight Gaussian blur. See how everything just kind of fuzzes out there? And then we're going to go back into the adjustments menu, and we're going to go to curves. That's third from the top right here. In curves, I'm going to work on gamma. I'm going to take this top slider and move it to the left. I'm going to take the bottom slider and move it to the right. And what that is doing is it's averaging out what you see on the edge of your line work. You can go really, really sharp. You can even invert your picture if you want. I'm just going to choose something that looks nice. There we go. And I have just made all of my lines nice and crisp. You can see that right here. But you can't see the color that's underneath it. So what I'm going to do is use 3 fingers and swipe down. And I am going to use the copy. If you're unable to swipe down, go to your wrench tool, that's your actions, and preference. Go to the advanced cursor settings. No, I'm sorry. Go to the gesture controls. And the copy and paste, put 3-finger swipe. Turn that on. It's on by default. Sometimes I turn it off and then I forget. So I've done the copy. I am now going to tap on layer 3 and choose mask. I'm going to do a 3-finger swipe down and choose paste. And now wherever you had your line, you can see the color underneath. That's not what we want. I'm going to tap on the layer mask and invert it. And now, wherever there's black, it's filled in, and you can see the color underneath beyond that. Let's turn this into a full transparency layer by pinching layer mask and layer 3 together. Now, no matter what you have for your background color, it's going to show up as the background color for your picture without messing up your line work. And your line work itself is nice and crisp. Alright, so you've fixed your line work. It all looks nice and crisp, but whenever you do your filling in on your layer below, you still get a shadow line no matter what you do. Here's how to fix that. Go to your line work layer, go to the adjustments menu, go to hue, saturation, and brightness, and turn the brightness all the way down. That takes care of the extra white that was in your picture, and you have fixed everything up. I hope that helps you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.